This week's video is the DTW451Z from Makita. It is a 7/16 drive impact wrench driver. Wrench, that's what it says on the box. But anyway, before I can do that, never ending problem this one. Every time I go anywhere, someone seems to dump shit all over my bloody workbench and in front of it, and yeah, so anyway, I have to have a bit of a tidy up and then we'll hook into this. Most of that crap out of the way, we can take a look at this thing. So this is the DTW451Z impact wrench. Okay, in the box, large rafter hook, going over a 4x2, 2x4, depending on which way around you want to say it. Crunched up manual, and this hefty beast. Now this isn't your usual home handyman, weekend warrior, home gamer type tool. This is a fairly specialised impact wrench in that it's got a 7/16 drive. So it's got a hex drive, but much bigger than your 1/4 inch you get on most impact drivers. This thing, as you can see, much larger as well, much sturdier. As you can see, much bigger than your average impact driver. So this beast is, like I say, it's not your average run-of-the-mill tool that most people would buy. It's a fairly specialised tool. It's done for certain trades, essentially. Linesmen in particular fond of this tool. Comes with this hook built into it, so you can hang and hook it on while you're in the top of a pole. Mostly designed for big auger bits, drilling big holes through big posts. So it's quite hard to get the bits though, I've been finding, certainly in this country, and even just searching for them anywhere, it's quite hard. You can't, couldn't find any on eBay or anything. So it works on the same principle as an impact driver. Why am I showing the Bosch one? I should be showing a Makita one. One moment please. So you've got the same style chuck, as you can see on here, that everyone's used to, but you can have a look there, you will see much bigger, hugely bigger, and hugely bigger in the weight department and size department. Look, it's like a little baby driver. This thing weighs, if I do recall, just under 2 kgs with the battery, whereas this one you're looking at 4 kgs, so she's pretty hefty in the hand, but she needs to be to drive those big auger bits. Now this thing, the best Makita drill, which they still haven't updated for a number of years now, does up to about 125 Newton meters of force, torque, and this one will do, I think it's about 220, 250 maybe. Whereas this beast does 440, so it's a whole nother kettle of fish. Let's have a look at some of the specs on here. So, like I say, 7/16, chuck there, your standard pull and release jobby. She's got light, as everything does now. Standard 18V Makita batteries, blah de blah. It's brushed, this one's old school tool, it's brand new, but it is sort of a bit out of date now. There is brushless versions. Okay, we've got 1900 RPM and 2200 beats per minute on the hammering side of things. Now, the biggest difference between that and that is the trigger mechanism, really. Trigger on here, forward, reverse. You've got your toggle switch here to switch between forward and reverse gear, and in the middle it locks. Forward, reverse. You don't have to bother flicking backwards and forwards with this puppy, because it's all in the one trigger. Forward, reverse, no brakes. Spins you around. So don't have to worry about clicking the damn thing when you're in the top of a pole or something. You've got your whole hand on there, you can just forward and you get jammed up, reverse, or without just a slight movement of your fingers. Quite handy if that's what you're after. Now, I haven't got a bit for this yet. I was hoping by the time I had finished recording this it would have dropped into the mailbox. I've been trying to track down parts for it. So I've got a 7/16 drive with a 1/2 inch square socket drive coming, so that I can put this through its paces a bit. We'll compare it to this, maybe even this, and we'll just see. I'll tighten up some lugs on my van and tight enough that this thing won't do it, and we'll see how easily this thing will hopefully do it. And the light's not going at the moment. You've got a switch on the back here for the light, so LED light, but with an on-off switch. Let's just see. I'm not sure that it stays on or whether it's still trigger related. I think it might just be on or off, which would be quite handy in a way when you're up. You want to have a look at something, you don't have to keep tapping the trigger to set the light off. Quite wobbly on the base there, with that built-in vibration protection for the battery. Anyway, I'll wait for this bit to arrive and we'll go test it out. So why did I buy this? So why did I buy this if I didn't have any bits for it and I don't really need it? Well, it was cheap, and so I thought, oh, I'll have a play with that. And I do kind of maybe have one use for it. The light is still going, so that switch is permanent on-off switch. Quite handy. I do have an idea for it with this step-down gear turny dealy, and that'll be a project for another video. So a day or 3 has passed and I have my driver bit for the impact wrench, so let's give that a whirl. But first, once again, somebody's covered my bench in rubbish. So if you need to order one of these, it is the B59841. So these are the ends that you need to put into this machine. As you can see, pretty similar to a 1/4 inch impact driver, but a lot gruntier. We've got a spring, not a ball, flat. Right, let's see how good she is. How the hell are you meant to get these things on? Can't depress it because it's not a ball. See there, it's flat. So it doesn't automatically push down when you push something against it. You push it down with your nail or your thumb or whatever, and it still doesn't want to go on. Still catches. It's ridiculous. Not the sort of thing you can change too often, too quickly. Once it's on, you want it to stay on there. Far out. Son of a bit. Now 2 out of 5 of the lug nuts on this wheel have been tightened up with a brace by hand. Let's see how the impact driver and the impact wrench go against each other. I'm using the Makita DTW451 impact driver versus the impact wrench. piece of shit. Shocked and stunned is what I am. Fully charged battery. I can't believe that. You just saw it. This was better than that at taking off lug nuts. When this did undo it, it undid them nicely. But this was actually better. And some of the ones I did up with this couldn't get off. I'm shocked and stunned. This is meant to have twice the torque almost of this. I mean, look at the size of the damn thing. It's brushed, not brushless like this one, but come on, I can't believe that. I'm guessing it's designed for the drilling aspect, and you know, maybe it does that really well, but the drill bits cost an absolute fortune and they're hard to find in this country, so I'm not going to be buying them just to test it out. I mean, especially after that performance, I was hoping it was just going to rip those nuts off like crazy, flat out, whereas that was much better. This, yeah, really disappointing. And it didn't even put them on tight. You know, this one could still take them off after putting this one on. It shouldn't work like that. Should have all been the other way around. I am really shocked and stunned. I would not be buying one of these again. This is the DTW451, and for the size, the weight, the cost, the difficulty of the bits, why would you bother? Why would you bother? Obviously I'm missing something here. There's some application for this that obviously this is going to be better than this, but yeah, obviously it must be good at drilling or something compared to this. But as for trying to use it as a socket wrench, I mean, why would you bother? I think this is going to be going in an online auction very soon. That's really disappointing. I don't even know if I want to bother trying to do what I was going to do with this now, because I don't think it's going to have the guts to do it. It's very disappointing. I might rig up something quickly and see if I can get this to turn properly, but yeah, don't have much faith after that. Oh, come on. Kidding me? This doesn't even have any holes for the indent to go into, man. Ugh. This thing's stupid. Well, there's another fail, Makita. I mean, that lasted long. 5 minutes after, 10 to 15 minutes after opening it, and it's poked. Wow, money well spent. Now I remembered I had some of these speed bore bits which have the 1/4 inch drive going in a impact driver, so I then added that onto here so I've got my 7/16 to 1/2 inch drive, 1/2 inch converter to a 1/4 inch drive, and then a 1 inch speed bore bit. And I will try this first on my little impact driver. The 6 amp hour battery, which is fully charged. We'll drill a hole with that, see how it goes, and then I'll drill it with the other one, and then I'll decide if I'm chucking it on the internet. That's also a demonstration for all the people who say you can't drill holes with an impact driver. Right, and now I will put it in the other one. Six amp hour battery, fully charged. And contact. Well, I don't really think that was much better. I mean, we're only going through 2 inches here, but I guess if you're going through a 8 inch, 10 inch, 12 inch pole sort of thing, it's going to be maybe a bit better with this than this. But for my needs, I think this little fella's gonna be just fine, and this big fella is gonna go on sale. Oh well. I'm out of here. Gotta go back to finishing this thing in the background here. Don't bother with this unless, you know, somebody uses it as a job. Please comment below. I'm sure lots of people love them. But, yeah.